What up? It's your boy Dame. Free game for you niggas. The quickest way for you to change your reality is to change the way you view reality, your viewpoint, your perspective. Reality for every human individual starts in the cognition. So, in order to shift that reality, one must shift their way of looking at shit. For example, uh, personal anecdotes. I used to have a perception of cheap being something of monetary value and expensive being something of monetary value. And it wasn't until I made the subtle distinction on those definitions that my entire existence changed. So, what I mean is, let's say something costs $1. That's cheap. Something costs something of the same essence. Let's say a bottle of water costs $1. I would call that cheap. And let's say a bottle next to it costs $10. I would call that expensive. Now, I'm solely in that prior reality, I'm solely basing the definition on the price tag. But then another part of me asks myself, what exactly does it mean to be cheap? What exactly does it mean to be expensive? Because you talk about this transition I had from shitty foods to healthy foods. And one of my excuses for not eating healthy foods was, oh, it's too expensive. Oh, it's too much. I can't afford it. And then the light hit me like, oh shit, I can't afford healthy food. What am I prioritizing in? That's cheap. Not only in price, it's a reason why some shit might cost $1. Things are cheap, not because of the price, but they are cheap because of the value it brings to you in life. That the price is just reflective of the object, in which has little or high value depending on the price we give it. So back to the water, the acidic water, the water at Kroger, $1. It was cheap before, but once I altered my perspective to really view cheap, uh, not from the price and from the object standpoint, why am I putting cheap shit in my body? I should be putting expensive shit in my body. Why? Because expensive things have worth usually. They might placebo some of you niggas, but usually things that are worth it will show on the price tag. I say that to say I shifted my perspective to a new reality to where now the things that cost a lot, though they may uh be quote unquote expensive in the price tag, they are well worth it in what they give you back. And the shit that's cheap, you got some hot Cheetos or you got uh, a health based snack. The cheap shit harms you. So it's that subtle change in perception that can have you literally living differently. I no longer go for, what's the cheapest price? What's the lowest price? And if you come from a survival based lifestyle, like you didn't know where your next meal was gonna come from, you ain't got a lot of money to afford shit, it's very understandable to live a cheap lifestyle. But then with the new awareness of what it means to be feeding your body, feeding your mind, feeding your energy cheap shit, you might want to reevaluate your acceptance to cheapness and your reluctance to expensive shit. Healthy food used to be too expensive for me. Healthy food can't cost enough now based on what it gives you back. And cheap food is cheaper than ever. That's not a good thing that it's cheap. This world don't give you uh, quality for cheap. That's not how capitalism works. That's not how bartering works. That's not how supply and demand works. So just with that subtle definition of changing my perspective of what cheap is, not just the money, but the object, what expensive is, not just the money or the object, It helped me navigate. It changed my reality on things, and then it changed my actions on things within my reality. It's your boy Dame, man. The top primary way for you to change your existence is to try, at least try to look at shit differently. It's your boy Dame, and the beauty of being wrong. Shout out to my boy AV. I'm gonna tag you in this. Jonathan, AV, my mans. Because I remember we had a conversation on Facebook in regards to me making an excuse as to why I don't eat healthy, when really I was just at the frequency to where I couldn't understand the value of health. But we had a conversation where we was talking about living a veggie-based fasting type lifestyle, or veggie-based organic type lifestyle, and I made the excuse of it's too expensive. And he was like, "Hey man, shit, is that expensive or the cost it will be when your ass is sick from all them cheap foods? Is it really too expensive for you eating healthy?" Hit me like a ton of bricks. It's your boy Dame, man. The beauty of being wrong. Go get that. Feel me?